Yeah, it really is.
What's the aim of Julian Plenti's Skyscraper, the album, and the aim of your live shows?
The aim of the record was just to make the record. It was just because I really had a lot of things that I wanted to say musically, and I really want to continue to say them musically, so I felt that I had to finally just make, you know, my entrance, so to speak, or kind of put my hat in the ring, I guess, is just sort of creating this other vehicle for myself musically. So the aim was really just to make the best record I could and have fun doing that, and then hope that, you know, then on out I would make a series of more, you know, further records. So that I think, you know, I'm on the path to accomplish that. My goal with the live show is really just to best depict the songs in a live format. So I made some decisions with the musicians that I work with, and I think they're all really exciting, and they're really very good players. So the live show is fun, and I kind of know from my experience being in a really good band that, you know, any good band, everybody there is really kind of got their own thing happening, and sort of for the audience, you should want to look at every member and kind of just like zone out on whatever it is that they do. And so I'm lucky enough to work with all kind of true artists that bring a lot to the live show.
And what about the collaborations in your album? I noticed there are lots of musicians in there.
Yeah, only some of them are kind of collaborations. It was Mike Stroud from Ratatat who sort of wrote a harmony guitar part in Skyscraper. In his case, it's just, he's one of my favorite musicians and just a really cool dude. So it was really an honor to have him on. With Sam playing drums, it was because I felt that with the song that I'd written, the best drummer I could imagine for that song is Sam. So I said, could you play this? And then every other song I had written the beats, and I just asked someone else to play the beat that I'd written in my computer. And the other musicians I worked with, again, it was all parts that I had written that then they just played for me. So it's not quite a collaboration in that sense. And I just hoped to find the best players I could find. So there was like baritone sax, tenor sax, alto sax, viola, violin, cello, upright bass, trumpet. Or maybe I didn't get trumpet. I needed trumpet, but I don't know if I got trumpet in the end. I think I had alto sax do that part instead. But it was cool, out of working with those session musicians that I worked with, I found my cellist who is on tour with me. His name's Yoed Nir, and he's an exceptional artist and musician in his own right. I mean, my guitar player is from a band called the Giraffes. That's a great band. The drummer, Charles Burst, has a solo career as Charles Burst as a singer-songwriter, and he was the drummer in a band called The Occasion. Dimitri, the bass player, plays with the opening band I'm In You. So yeah, everyone I'm working with is like an artist in their own right. So it's cool. It's a cool band.
What about touring as Julian Plenti, comparing it to touring as the leader of the frontman of Interpol? What's the difference?
Well, it's different. I mean, I'm back to kind of smaller venues, so it's back to, I think any band that gets to a certain level where they're playing kind of bigger places, they really miss playing the little rock clubs, because that's where your kind of the early years were spent and the kind of wildest nights you had and the rock atmosphere. So it's a lot of fun just to go back to those kind of smaller venues again and play in those really rock environments. Other than that, you know, it's shittier hotels. Yeah, tour is tour. Tour is tour. I think other musicians will know what I mean by that. It's just tour is tour.
And what about playing in a huge festival, comparing it to small clubs? You prefer small clubs, I suppose.
No, I'm one of those people that's lucky enough to, I like it all. I love playing, you know, to a huge sea of people at a festival, and I love playing in a house in front of, you know, I think Sure, I mean, it's just different atmospheres. It's totally different atmospheres, but they both have their good elements and their bad elements. For me, I love like how crazy it is when there's like 50,000 people. Like, I liked the first time the band ever did it, I just thought like it's a rare situation where you feel that like at any moment this mass of people could essentially just, you could be engulfed, you know, you could be with that many people and so few of you, like if the tide were to shift somehow, you know, you would be in trouble in a really mortal sense. and that's kind of thrilling in a way. And I think I almost especially liked when I've opened for huge acts in our early career as in the band. A lot of people don't even know who you are. It's like, I love it. I love the idea of just like tens of thousands of people who have no idea what the fuck you're doing, you know, because it's frightening and exhilarating. And then a small club just has, yeah, the intimacy and the real kind of like sense of interacting with a group of people, which is really special. So they're totally different things that I find both very fun.
And at least, how with the three adjectives would you describe your album Julian Plenti Is Skyscraper?
Why don't we just take the title and drop the is, you know, and just Julian Plenti Skyscraper and leave it at that maybe.
And at least, what about the next album of the Interpol?
Working on it. Yeah, we're working on it. That's the plan. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your kindness. See you this evening.